Well, a beautiful evening in Steel City for Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Sporting Jacksonville this evening as they make their way out onto the pitch. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by IC Lights. Brewed for victory. Pittsburgh with Dequa up front. Bassett and all have been productive up front as well. The 7th pick of the 2025 MLS Super Draft. He had a really nice season in Next Pro, and now he's made the transition to USL. Of course, Pittsburgh's got their captain for the 3rd straight season, Danny Griffin, manning the middle. Just gets me thinking about how deep that midfield is. I remember last week, Max Vieira, the Georgetown product, getting the start. Looping 10 yards out. It takes a deflection towards the box. It's a necessary intervention. Campuzano stepping in front. It was right alongside the left post. Some encouraging moments early off the set piece for Jacksonville. They play it back to Christian Oliveras in goal today for the visiting side.
And for Rob Vincent and his side, played midweek, obviously, same as Sporting JAX. They played Miami FC at home, played an Open Cup match. They want to ramp up the urgency. They want to ramp up some of the decisions in possession. Thought they could have gone forward a number of times and added that vertical threat. Just unable to do so, kind of recycled the ball a bit too much or just lacked some of that pace and tempo.
He was fairly forthright after the game and with us in the conversation about that 2-1 win against Steel City. Said we're a million miles from where we need to be. Said there's a real lack of intensity out of the gate. We were too slow in possession, didn't move the ball quickly enough. He challenged his side even after that victory. As this is put into an interesting spot. Pittsburgh looking for a whistle, none given. Still a really good place here. Pittsburgh score! Riverhounds have liftoff at Highmark. Who else would it be? Dequa scores 1-0. He's glad to be back in Pittsburgh.
When you combined the physical presence with the clinical nature, that's Albert Dequa. He just finds his way around the 6-yard box. I mean, just...
Pittsburgh on the move. Sample trying to play it forward to that too. It's a Sample here, excuse me. That game against Steel City was the first time they played each other in this Pittsburgh derby in 69 years. Good touch to play it back. Takes a deflection towards the stands. Corner kick, Pittsburgh. Here's a corner kick brought to you by Cohen Markets. And Bassett, 22-year-old who spent time in the Rapids system, both in Next Pro and the first flight, top flight. Send it away. Goal to his name on the young season. Champions Cup experience as well. 14th minute here, 1-0. Pittsburgh off to a roaring start. Towards the back post, headed down. Just wide of the post. Shang right back.
Yeah, you get this outswinger from Sam Bassett, the slight deflection, glancing header, and
Danny Griffin actually on the volley. That close to 2-0.
And this is where Sporting JAX has to be careful. You keep this at a 1-0 match, you continue to grow into it, you find some rhythm, you find some stability. You've got to make sure that the next goal belongs to your side and not to Pittsburgh. And right now, Pittsburgh is doing a good job of regaining possession, but also being very interchangeable with its movement. Not using it as an excuse, but you're fighting on all fronts.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, you're opening everybody's season for their home openers, and you're the defending champion. And a lot of the players that you have on your roster are returners, and they're champions. So it's battling all of it. It's complacency, it's home openers, it's having that target on your back, and You open at Charleston Battery. I mean, I know it's a new look Charleston Battery, and one that dropped points on the road at Detroit City today, that 1-0 loss, but still a team that has every intention and every ambition to be towards the top of the East again this season. Go on the road, tough 2-1 loss, go on the road to Loudoun, respond, collect all 3 points, and then a revamped Tampa Bay Rowdies side. You're just a few moments away from redefining how that result could have played out, but the Rowdies go on and make the plays that were out there for them to make and pick up the 3-0 win.
A lot of championship DNA does return. Pushing forward here after the giveaway. Look at this. Hello! Wow! What a strike! 2-0. Sam Bassett. Top bends here for the first-year Hound.
Positive things happen when you win possession high up the field. Now, there is still a lot to do for Sam Bassett here, but he sees the space, and this is from incredible distance, but he is laser focused on the finish and precise.
Something here for Jacksonville, headed off the crossbar. That close. It's close, Eric.
Positive signs from Sporting JAX, but also showcasing how difficult and how committed this Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
And that will do it for the first half. A positive one for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. After a victory earlier in the week in the US Open Cup that still was disconcerting.
For Liam Fox's group to say, hey, we're doing some good things, but now we need to reward ourselves in those moments and then upgrade in some of those situations where it is available, because you look at the clearance off the header off the line for Pittsburgh that goes off the crossbar. I mean, that is probably the loudest chance that Sporting Jacksonville had in the first half, and that was still a challenging one. So
pass to Bassett, one-timer to the middle. Challenge, appeal for a handball, and there is. Pittsburgh will go to the spot. A disaster in the box there for Sporting Jacksonville. Albert Digwa delivers. Oliveira's got a hand to it. It was not enough. 3-0 Pittsburgh. A mistake that Jacksonville simply could not make leads to another goal for Pittsburgh.
And this is the trend for which the Pittsburgh Riverhounds were playing leading into this second half. How ruthless they were in transition, going what this season throws at them, and are going to be able to take a lot of the learning lessons and apply them.
Does not make these moments any easier for the expansion side. I wonder how the tenor of this match may have adjusted had they been able to put that header in. If that wasn't cleared off the line, make this a 2-1 game. Well, that's a good ball in. Couldn't corral it. Good thoughts to Escalina. Just couldn't get the appropriate touch and make a turn. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. They've got good seats. Enjoy themselves this evening. Jacksonville on the probe again here, unleashing one towards goalie Escalina, saved. Starting to put things together, though, for their young forward.
They're being decisive in their initial action.
Pedigree coming into this year. High draft pick, and he performed well.
Big East Offensive Player of the Year at Akron.
Really nice pickup for Sporting Jacksonville.
It's over 60 goals in college. I mean, you don't do that by accident. You do that with positional play. You do that with instinct, quality.
Now on Jacksonville there as Charles Al, all taken to the pitch. Led all Hounds rookies with goals scored in 2025. Kieran Sadlier enters the match. Will come in for Alcock. Thomas Roberts delivers. Set up for a nice volley here. Trickles across. Jacksonville have life after it's pinballed around it in. 3-1.
It all starts with traffic in and around the box. Then you get that first contact. Then it's game on.
Traore the last touch there?
Does look like it. Good first post run. You can see Traore just staring that ball into the back of the goal.
It was shot by Escalainen.
Yeah, and the sequence that led to conceding the corner as well. Seen some of...
Tiqua, what a touch! Chips it over. It's not going to have enough to find the net.
Vertical ball played in, and that's something that Rob Vincent had brought up to us as well, was the ability to not only have to play to build through the thirds, feel free to have that vertical pass that breaks bigger lines and not just feel like it is a direct ball when you especially have a player like Albert Diqua. But now another corner for Sporting JAX.
And off a set piece, Jacksonville trying to find some joy here. Touch a little heavy, thumped out of danger by Pittsburgh.
And you see a lot of belief in the movement on and off the ball for Sporting JAX. Got the one goal that has now poured a lot of momentum into their game. And especially when you're starting to develop this identity and starting to develop this collective. Good ball here.
Watch out now, Escalainen's got another! Jacksonville pulled within one. Game on here in Pittsburgh.
And this ball clipped in right into the space for Escalainen to make his physical presence known, putting himself between the defender and the ball. They've made it challenging for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds to get behind the ball in moments of transition, and then also when they do have that structure to properly apply the pressure and cut off some of the angles to get back on the ball and do what led to so many promising attacks in the first half, which was win possession higher up the field, where you have collective numbers, you're able to generate and sustain those opportunities. But Sporting Jacksonville, when they went down 3-0, they started to throw caution to the wind, and it paid dividends.
Pittsburgh felt like they were executing their brand of soccer to a T. Will they press here for a fourth? After Jacksonville sent numbers forward. Oh, just wide of the post. Was looking to put the exclamation point. It takes enough time to salt it away. Full time in Pittsburgh. The Hounds hang on for 3 points. against the resilient